Hello everyone, my name is Julia Sodju and I'm pleased to present my DCCR research project. The title of this project is Building a Public Image, Caitlin Clark as a Female Athlete on Social Media. This project centers on the research question, how does Caitlin Clark construct her public image on Instagram? To investigate this, I conducted a study that analyzes the key narratives within her profile, focusing on how she leverages social media to shape her identity as both a prominent athlete and a public figure. But who is Caitlin Clark? She is the one of the most talented and influential figures in women's basketball today. Even if she entered the WNBA last year, she is significantly changing how the sport is perceived and followed. The modern sports media landscapes position social media visibility as a critical factor in shaping an athlete's career. However, it's essential to recognize that for female athletes, this visibility is not neutral. It's shaped by a complex interplay of gendered expectations, economic opportunities, and prevailing cultural narratives. To provide a robust framework for analyzing Caitlin Clark's case, I'll draw on three key theoretical perspectives. First, conspicuousness as productivity. As articulated by Bainotti in 2023, Caitlin Clark's visibility on Instagram isn't simply about being seen, it's about the strategic use of that visibility. Bainotti argues that heightened visibility on social media can be transformed into valuable social and economic capital. In other words, visibility itself becomes a research that can enhance an individual's status, influence, and financial opportunities. The second theoretical lens is gender affordances of social media. As Semensin and Bainotti highlight, female athletes' social media presence is often shaped by specific gendered affordances. This means they navigate a set of expectations about how they should present themselves, which can differ significantly from those applied to male athletes. In digital spaces, women are often expected to perform what's known as emotional labor, appearing relatable, engaging, or personable in ways that are not always demanded of their male counterparts. Finally, I'll consider the theory of athlete branding. Arai, Ko, and Kaplanidou propose that an athlete's brand is constructed around three core dimensions: athletic performance, marketable lifestyle, and symbolic meaning. The first provides the foundation of credibility and recognition, and is the primary feature that audiences evaluate. Marketable lifestyle encompasses the personal aspects that make an athlete aspirational or relatable, enhancing their commercial appeal. And symbolic meanings refers to the broader cultural impact and identity associated with the athlete. Caitlin Clark's Instagram content reflects all three of these dimensions. Her game highlights and training videos effectively reinforce her athletic credibility. Sponsorships and lifestyle content strategically position her as a highly marketable figure, and on a symbolic level, her prominent presence in women's basketball contributes to a larger ongoing cultural shift in sports visibility and representation. Understanding how she consciously constructs her brands provides valuable insights into how female athletes navigate the complexities of social media to build their careers and influence. For this research project, I focused specifically on Instagram as the primary platform of interest of the athlete. In fact, it's the platform where Caitlin Clark maintains her most public and visible presence. I conducted a focused analysis of 30 posts through the method Follow the Users. In fact, my research revolves around the athlete rather than the platform or a specific content. I analyzed the posts from the past year, spanning from March 2024 to March 2025. My analysis specifically examined the post descriptions using the established method of content analysis, which allows me to identify recurrent themes, tones, and branding strategies. By focusing on textual elements such as post descriptions, content analysis provides insights into both explicit messaging and underlying patterns. This approach allowed me to identify key themes and strategies that she employs in constructing her public image. I manually analyzed all the posts to capture the full range of narratives, tones, and strategies the athlete employs. This approach ensures a comprehensive and detailed understanding of how she constructs her public image. To conduct this analysis, I categorized Caitlin Clark's Instagram posts across several key dimensions. These categories are designed to provide a comprehensive understanding of her social media strategies and are tone of voice, which examines how she communicates with her audience, identifying the prevailing tones such as motivational, personal, or professional. Content, where I analyze the various types of posts, including sponsorships, personal moments, reflections, events, collaborations. Narratives that are contained in the post descriptions themselves. Tags, where I identified any brands or other users she tags in her posts, revealing partnerships and connections, and hashtags, which explores the specific hashtags she uses and how they connect her posts to broader trends or campaigns. Now let's move on to the key findings of this research, specifically regarding tone of voice, content, and narratives that emerged from the analysis. To provide content for the tone of voice analysis, here's a brief overview of the terms I used. Motivational, intent, celebrative, grateful, reflective, playful, promotional, informative, informal, and competitive. In fact, for example, she expressed joy and excitement about her successes. She's grateful for her fans that cheer her at every game. She's reflective about the past and about the um, successes she has achieved in the past year, and she is competitive. In fact, she she displays a desire to win. Then I analyze the content. In fact, my analysis reveals that Caitlin Clark's Instagram profile demonstrates a strong focus on basketball, that is 50%, and her role as a professional athlete. This emphasis is further reinforced by her strategic sponsorships, such as the one with Wilson or with Nike, while present content related to her personal life occupies a smaller portions of her overall profile. In conclusion, this research demonstrates that Caitlin Clark's Instagram presence strategically positioned her as a rising star and a prominent icon in women's basketball. Her social media strategy effectively embodies key concepts from the theories of conspicuousness and athlete branding. Her content represents a carefully calibrated blend of athlete performance, marketability, and symbolic meaning, which serves to reinforce her strong connection with her fan base and establish her as a compelling role model. Specifically, the motivational, celebrative, and grateful tones that Clark employs align with Binotti's concept of conspicuousness as productivity. Strategic use of these tones demonstrates how visibility on social media can be leveraged to enhance her social and economic capital. By adopting these tones, Clark not only celebrates her achievements, but also fosters a sense of inspiration and connection with her audience, making her more relatable and engaging. Moreover, Clark's content mix, which comprises approximately 50% of basketball related content, 35 of sponsorships, and 15 as personal moments. That reflects a nuanced navigation of what Semensin and Bainotis described as the gendered affordances of social media. This balance highlights how Clark navigates and at times potentially changes traditional gender expectation. She emphasizes her athletic dominance while still engaging in the emotional labor of connecting with her audience on a personal level. By doing so, she successfully maintains a marketable and relatable persona while simultaneously showcasing her undeniable athletic achievements. Overall, her Instagram strategy provides a compelling example of how female athletes can effectively utilize social media to shape her public image and leverage their visibility for both career advancement and broader cultural impact, as outlined in the theories of athlete branding and conspicuousness. Talking about limitations and suggestions, this study focuses only on text, missing the impact of visuals. So, adding visual analysis could provide deeper insights. Also, a multi-platform study could offer a fuller picture of her digital presence within the internet. And last, um, a comparison with other athletes could help to enhance more the narratives that prevail among female athletes nowadays. Thank you very much.